What's up, guys? It's Daniel Jelly. We're back at it for day number 2 of previewing every single MLB team. We start off in the NL West and go all the way to the AL East. So yesterday we did the Giants, so make sure you go check that out. That'll be in the description or at the end of the video. So today we're going to be doing the San Diego Padres and pretty much just doing what we do for every team. We're going to talk about their offseason first, then their rotation, then their bullpen, then their lineup, who they have, who's going to be on the bench, a bunch of stuff like that. And then we're going to do like 2 to 3 prospects who might come up or prospects to look out for. And then finally, we'll give you our summary and then final ranking of the team, where they will be in their division. And yeah, that's all. So let's get started with the Padres offseason. Starting things off with a recap of the offseason. So they traded for Blake Snell. They gave up Cole Wilcox, Francisco Mejia, and Luis Patino. Of the 3 prospects, Luis Patino looks like he's going to be the best. Feels like that's the only guy the Padres are going to regret giving up. Then they went and traded for Yu Darvish. So 2 guys who almost won the Cy Young. They traded for Yu Darvish. They gave up Zach Davies there. Other than that, nothing too significant. And then finally, for starting pitching, they traded for Joe Musgrove of the Pirates. That was a pretty good trade, and now their rotation looks stacked. More on that later. Now let's talk about relief pitchers. They have signed Keon Keller, according to his Instagram bio. He changed it from like pitcher of the Pirates to like pitcher of the Padres. It's not exactly official yet, but yeah, Keon Keller, pretty good pitcher. Then they signed Mark Melancon. So they got another good relief pitcher. So things are going really good so far. And then they also get utility man, and he can play the infield. He can play some outfield. They got him, and they re-signed him. Jurickson Profar is going to help out the team, whether he's starting or off the bench. So the Padres had a really good offseason. I think probably the best out of all of the MLB teams. So it looks really good for Padres fans. Next, we're going to talk about the rotation. So let's take a deep dive into the rotation. First, you got Yu Darvish, who finished second last year in the NL Cy Young Award. So the reason I view Darvish at first compared to Blake Snell, Douglas Lamet, Joe Musgrove, Chris Paddock, and Mackenzie Gore is because of all of the people, Yu Darvish was really good for like the last 1.5 to 2 years compared to Blake Snell, who has been really good, but he wasn't as great in 2020 as his 2018 form. Then you got Blake Snell, as I said, former Cy Young Award winner. He was really good for the Rays in the postseason and when it matters, and I think he'll also be great for San Diego. So you got Blake Snell. Then you got Dinelson Lamet, who probably has the nastiest slider in all of baseball, if not one of the nastiest sliders. I love him. He's very young, and he finished 4th in the NL Cy Young Award this past year. So then you got Joe Musgrove, who is really good for a 4 starter. Joe Musgrove at your number 4 starter, you should be very happy, and that means your rotation is one of the better ones in all of baseball, if not a top 3 or the best rotation. Then number 5, you can choose between Chris Paddock and Mackenzie Gore. Now, Chris Paddock, he had a really good 2019 year, his rookie year. 2020, he sort of fell off. He did, definitely. Mackenzie Gore is also another option, so it just depends on how good Paddock is or how good Mackenzie Gore is. Another option is Adrian Morejon, who is currently slated for the bullpen. I'll talk about him later. He's also very young, so he is another guy in the mix for that last final starting role. And in 2022, when Mike Clevenger is back and healthy, this rotation projects to be even better than it currently is. And this San Diego Padres rotation right now is the top 3 rotation in baseball, a top 3 rotation. Alright, so next we're talking about the bullpen. Trevor Rosenthal was part of the bullpen in 2020, but he is a free agent. We still don't know if he's leaving the Padres or not, but the signs are pointing towards that he's signing with a different team. So as of right now, Trevor Rosenthal is not on the bullpen. So you got Drew Pomeranz and Emilio Pagan, who are both really good pitchers. They're really good. So Drew Pomeranz has found his role in San Diego and he's good. You got Matt Stram, Pierce Johnson, also the two signings of Keone Kela, Mark Melanson, Adrian Morahan, who I mentioned before, is a young pitcher who projects to be a starter, but for right now he's in the bullpen, and we'll just have to see based on spring training whether it's Paddock, Mackenzie Gore, or Adrian Morahan who goes to the rotation, who goes to the bullpen. You got Craig Stammen, you got Tim Hill, you got Dan Altavia. So this bullpen is also pretty elite, like the rotation. They got a lot of guys who are severely underrated. Not many people know their names, but when the Padres are must-watch baseball in 2020 and 2021, these guys will be known. Their bullpen will be known as one of the better ones in baseball, and their front office did not shy away from making it better. Absolute greatness in the rotation and the bullpen, and I love it, especially now with the crazy lineup I'm going to tell you about next. Let's take a look at this crazy lineup the Padres have. Starting things off, a catcher, you got Austin Nola, who in fact is the younger brother of pitcher Aaron Nola. So Austin Nola did come from the Mariners, and ever since he came from the Mariners, he's been an offensive beast for the Padres, a perfect guy. They need a catcher, and backing him up, you got Victor Caratini, who is a splendid backup. So he came in that Darvish deal as well because he's Darvish's personal catcher. So he should start on days that Darvish pitches. Also, next is Luis Campusano. He's just there for depth, extra piece. Then at first base, you got Eric Hosmer, who finally did what the Padres needed of him. The first 2 years he was a Padre, things were not looking great. He finally came out, had a really good year in 2020, and this is what the Padres needed out of him. Backing him up, you got Austin Nola, just for depth. Same thing with Jake Cronenworth, who had a great rookie season. I'm going to talk about him next. And Brian O'Grady, who's a good utility depth piece. You got, at second base, you got Jake Cronenworth, who is amazing. Almost won Rookie of the Year, like I said. I expect him to have a great season in 2021. He almost got traded to the Cubs in the Darvish deal, but it's great they could still keep him. Backing him up, like I said, came in the offseason. He re-signed Jurickson Profar, switch hitter, great utility man. It's going to help this team out a lot. And then they still have Ha-Sung Kim. They still have Ha-Sung Kim as the third guy for second base. So Ha-Sung Kim came over. He's going to be really good also, in my opinion. Very young, 25 years old. So, yeah. But I don't know how much at-bats and reps he's going to get, but they're definitely going to give him a lot of shot in spring training. At third base, you got Manny Machado, who was in the MVP race, had a great season with the Padres, and then backing him up, you got Austin Nola. So the Padres, as you can see, they have a lot of depth, a lot of guys who can play a lot of different positions, and a lot of great stars, and if anybody gets injured, people can fill in the role, and they'll be still fine. At shortstop, you got the face of the team. Maybe the face of the MLB, some people say. Fernando Tatis Jr. making baseball fun again. I mean, honestly, the whole unwritten rule stuff, I personally think what Fernando Tatis is doing is just fun and right for the game of baseball, but more on that topic on a different video. But yeah, Fernando Tatis, electric player, great season. I think that side of the infield with Machado and Tatis is just amazing. Backing him up, like I said, Jake Cronenworth, he can play some first, some second, some shortstop. Great stuff. And then you got Jorge Mateo. Then moving on to left field, you got Tommy Pham. He's pretty fast, pretty good hitter, good glove. You also got Jurickson Profar and Brian O'Grady. In center field, this is a pretty good redemption story. You got Trent Grisham starting. Now, many people know Trent Grisham for that error that the Nationals walked off in the wild card game, which eventually they won the World Series. And so people always thought he was a bad fielder. He came to San Diego, added some pop to his bat, became a good hitter. And he was a Gold Glove winner. Trent Grisham changed his fielding completely, just improve a bat a little bit. He's perfect. Perfect for the Padres in center field. In right field, you got Will Myers. Great season from him. But also in center field, you also got Jorge Mateo and Brian O'Grady, like also their backups in right field. Will Myers, great season, great power. It's going to help out this team a lot. And then designated hitter, if they ever have that, it's Jurickson Profar or Ha-Seong Kim. But yeah, that's the lineup, and you can tell it's absolutely stacked. Next we're gonna move on to some prospects to look out, some young guys to look out for in this upcoming season, to see what they do in spring training, and then finally, I'll give you my official prediction for where they will be in the NL West. Alright, so next we're going to be talking about two prospects to look out for on the Padres in 2021. Number one is Mackenzie Gore. I know we projected him to have a chance at the starting rotation. He still hasn't made his MLB debut yet, but he is really good starting pitcher, and eventually he's going to be at the start of this, like one of the top guys in the star-studded rotation. His highest level is AA. I mean, he probably would have gone to AAA if there wasn't like the whole no minor leagues this year. But yeah, he's pretty athletic, got pretty good command. But yeah, he has a lot of good potential, and he's going to be really good for the Padres. Next guy I'm going to talk about is CJ Abrams. He's only played, his highest level is A-ball, but he was the number 6 overall pick in the 2019 draft. Right now he's a shortstop, but he is really fast. Like, he is amazingly fast, so he's has the potential to be a starter at a different position, like an outfield position or maybe a second base or third base. But yeah, his speed could definitely help him turn into a really good center fielder, and he's pretty good contact hitter and a lot of power. He's above average power, pretty good frame. I think he has pretty good star level potential, and just we gotta see how he turns out over the years in the minors. But I think he's probably gonna be playing really good at some non-shortstop position like center field or any outfield. And finally, the moment you've all been waiting for, the prediction of where the Padres will be in the NL West. Yesterday we did the Giants, who I predicted to be third. And you know the Padres had such a great offseason, great rotation, great bullpen, great lineup. I just think they can't beat the Dodgers. I mean, the Dodgers are literally the reigning champions. Nothing against the Padres. I mean, it's not even their fault. They're really good. They'll probably win in like 4 out of the 6 divisions, or like 3 out of the 6 divisions. They would definitely win the division. But because they literally have the best team of 2020 and maybe even the best team of 2021 in their division, I'm unfortunately going to put them in second in the NL West, and they will go for a wildcard spot when everybody knows they are a way better team than that. But Padres is going to be a very young, very exciting, very good team all around. But that's it for this video, guys, on the Padres 2021 season preview. Make sure you guys do consider subscribing if you like content like this, and turn on the notification bell and like this video. And make sure you guys check out the other ones we'll be doing over the next 28 days, and also check out yesterday's where we did the San Francisco Giants. And I'm just excited that baseball is back. Make sure you guys are safe. Hopefully everyone's safe, and yeah, bye.